Corey Lee's Boxing, and we are back with another banger. So please smash the hell out of that like button, you guys, and subscribe. And yeah, man, we're gonna talk this boxing, man. Wow, man, we got Errol Spence Jr. Versus Yordenis Ugas from Cuba. And you all know that Errol Spence Jr. is from Houston, Texas. He's a Houston, Texas native. This fight will be going down at the Dallas Cowboy Arena. Awesome fight, man. I'm looking more into it now, and the more and the closer that we get to this fight, I just truly feel that a lot can happen. You know what I mean? You guys is a live dog, man. You guys is definitely a live dog. He can definitely get the job done. And I mean, what I'm seeing out of you guys, man. I mean, he's a comeback story for sure. But I think that he could possibly get this win, man. The more and more I think about it, the more and more that I try to add everything up and try to see if things are adding up, and to see if he could possibly get it on the scorecard. And the more I think about it is I think he can, but I think it'll be tough. You know, I think it'll definitely be tough. Definitely, definitely be tough, without a doubt. Um, but yeah, man. So yeah, let's talk about this, man. Let's talk about this fight coming up, man. If you guys didn't know, you guys, he was a defector from Cuba. He's been, he's just been, being the upset guy. He's been upsetting the apple cart for a while now, and I just to for him to even get to this point is kind of a miracle. The more I think about it, you guys was coming in as a late replacement in the beginning of his career. Shit, I didn't even really know about you guys until he was about 15-3. And he fought for Fenora or whatever on I think it was a Miami PBC. It was supposed to be a showcase for this kid, and you guys came through and knocked this dude out. This dude was an undefeated guy from Florida, and as you guys know, you guys trains in Florida. He's from Cuba, so you know it was wild to see that, man. It was wild to see him come in there and actually get that W, man. I was just like, wow, man. That was the beginning. That was the beginning of this whole situation for me. With you guys, and him doing well and stuff like that. I truly believe that you guys does have what it takes to get the job done. I really do. I really truly do. Um, can he get the job done? Is a whole nother ball game. It's gonna be a whole nother ball game. I think he definitely can though. I think he can get the job done. You guys is a Cuban fighter, so he's from their old school Cuban. He's got Salas as his trainer, which is which is a pretty good trainer as well. He's trained the likes of David Hay. I believe he trained Joe Joyce for a little while. And so he's been on the scene. Shout out to Samuel Shaw. He says Earl is looking like he is in great shape, as if the fight is Saturday night. I think Earl is gonna stop you guys in 9 rounds. Wow, man. So you're thinking that you guys is gonna get stopped in 9 rounds? Wow, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't think I just don't. The more I look at it, Samuel, man, I understand where you're coming from, man. Soon as you guys come in here, you guys smash that like button. You guys, let's get these likes up. I see where you coming from, man, but I really truly think that you guys can get the job done, man. That's why I had this fight on upset alert. Um, you know, you guys is a lot more trickier than what you guys think. You guys, he beat. A lot of people say that he beat Sean Porter. You know what I mean? That was a very, very tough fight. As you guys all know, he has wins over, Manny Pacquiao and the likes of others, but I really truly think the more you to look into you guys, and his resume, And the way he's been fighting and how he's been fighting and how he's been getting these wins, I think is a testimony to, his hard work and all of that. I just really think that, you guys is here. He's not here to just, be an opponent. He's a world champion. I don't think a lot of people put enough respect on you guys' name, man. Yeah, he has what, 3, 4 losses. Um, but I just really truly feel that, you guys he's got here for a reason. He's beaten some really good guys, man. The more I think about it, man, the more, I see the type of guys he's been beating, you know? And I just really think that, if you guys is ever gonna get this, if you guys is ever gonna get it done, if you guys is ever gonna get this W that a lot of people think that he might not be able to get, if he's ever gonna be able to get it, he's gonna need to get it now, man. He's gonna be able to need to get it now. The reason why I say that, you guys is 35 years old. You guys right now, he's at the later stage of his career. I truly believe that, and I feel like you guys is in his physical prime right now. I feel like it's not gonna get any better than this. I feel like this is what you guys is. This is how he is, and it is what it is. You cannot change a guy once he's like this older in age. You guys is the fighter that he's gonna be. He's got the fundamentals down packed. You know what I mean? You guys has all the fundamentals that you need to be the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like Earl Spence Jr. You know, I mean, you guys got to understand that the fights that this guy, you guys, has taken and the fights that he's won. Let's just go all the way back to you guys's, early in his career, okay? He lost the fight, okay, to Amir Iman. That was in 2014, okay? And then he lost to Emmanuel Robles in 2014. Split decision, okay? Very, very close decision. You guys did get dropped down in round 6. Um, but those were his early career losses. And then he took a loss to this guy Johnny Garcia. A guy named Johnny Garcia that's got multiple losses now. But this is early in his career. This is 2012. I think he was just trying to get his bearings with him. I don't even think I mean, he was saying early in his career he didn't have a whole lot of money. So, the training, I mean, obviously you can train, but, being with a better trainer that he is now and, having better sparring partners, all of that plays into this big, to the elite level. When you want to get to the elite level, you have to be able to beat guys like Johnny Garcia. You know what I mean? Guys that he lost to early in his career. I think now those same guys he would stop. Just because, what's up, UGC Flame? What's happening, man? How's everything going, UGC, man? UGC is in the building, man. Salute, my brother. How's everything going, man? We got UGC in the building, man. You already know. Go subscribe to his channel too, you guys. Go check him out, man. Go check out all my homeboys' channels, man. You know, everybody, man. So yeah, then he lost to Emmanuel Robles, you know what I mean, which was 9-0 at the time. Mind you, all these guys he lost to early, you guys that lost to early in his career, good bro, on the Grizzly. Oh, I feel you, bro. Definitely, man. You definitely got to be on that Grizzly, man. You know what I mean? I feel you, dog. These overnights are crazy for me, man. But yeah, man, let's get to it. Emmanuel Robles, he lost a decision to him as well. It was a split decision. It was, one judge had it 94-95, the other judge had it 96-93, and another judge had it 92-97. Um, I mean, just from the looks of things, I mean, it looks like, the other guy definitely got some close decisions to his way. That's not his only close decision he got on his resume. Amir Imam, he lost to Amir Imam. You guys remember him? That was Don King promoted fighter. He lost on the scorecards to that 74-78. Okay. Um, and a referee Roken had it 74-78, and Pat Russell had it 73-79. So, he lost kind of wide on that one, to Amir Iman. That was at 140. That I guess that, and that's another thing, you guys. He was fluctuating in weight. He was going all the way down, milking his body all the way down to 140, but then he would come all the way back up to 147. It just depended on what offer was the best, what kind of deal that he could get. The more I'm looking at you guys' career right now. His first professional fight was at 153, you know. And then after that, his ninth professional fight or around there was at 145 pounds. Okay. And then his 12th professional fight, and his loss, I believe, when he got that first loss was at 140. So he started his career, you guys, at 153, but then he went all the way down to 140 when he lost. Okay. And then he lost again at 140. And then he lost his third time at 140. So if you think about it, you guys, all of you guys' losses came at 140, you know? And I mean, he probably was just like, I can't make this weight no more. The hell with this weight is holding me back. I got 3 losses. I'm almost at the end of my career and I'm still young. Why is this happening to me? That's probably what he was thinking. Why is this happening to me? I have, I've been doing good in my career. Like he strung off, 8 wins in a row. And against guys that, some of them had winning records. One of the guys was 11-3, another guy was 6-4, another guy was 10-4. So, he had a couple, good wins early in his career, but then, he started, still fighting at 140. Mind you, he started at 153 and all his losses came at 140. I'm not making excuses for you guys, but there's a trend to that. All of his losses came at 140. I think you guys should definitely look more into that. I think weight can cause a problem and can hinder a fighter's effectiveness. You guys don't understand how hard weight cuts are, man. They're hard as shit sometimes. So yeah, man. So then right after he lost to Amir Imam, he came right back. And I remember this fight. He beat Jamal James. Remember, Jamal James is still on a lot of you guys' radar right now as being, I guess you could say, at the bottom of a top tier talent at 147. You know what I mean? But he's up there. He's had a couple main events. But he's got a couple losses as well too. But for him to lose 3, I mean, he lost pretty much, 3 out of 5, 3 out of 6. His last 6 bouts, he lost 3 of them. So I think that was big for his career as well. He lost 3 out of his 6 fights. You know what I'm saying, at 140. So then he moved up to 147. As soon as he moved up to 147, he beat Jamal James. And that was a statement fight. That was a fight where he was like, okay, I'm back. I can do this. I can win. And 147 is what I'm sticking with. Right after that, he beat the guy Brian Pirelli. Mind you, Jamal James, that was the first fight that I've really seen you guys, but I still didn't really know a lot about him. It was kind of a, upset win. So people were just like, wow, you know, is this guy for real? He's got 3 losses. Can this is this guy really is he really the goods? Is he really good as what some people might say? And the more I think about it, it's like, yeah, I think he is pretty good. I really do. I really truly do. I really truly do. They got the live stream going right now, you guys. I want to show you guys the live stream real quick. Errol Spence's live stream. And then we're gonna pause it. Show you guys what's going on, man, with the Errol Spence, man. Errol Spence and company, man. It's a live media workout. I don't know if it's still going on, you guys, but it was going on earlier. Um, but yeah, man, Errol Spence was looking in pretty good shape. He looked like he was, doing what he had to do, man, to stay focused and to stay, stay training. You know what I mean? Stay training and, stay working out, man. But but yeah, man, Earl Spence definitely looking good. But back to you guys, and then we're gonna get around to Earl Spence and his career, and what's going on and what happened to him and his career. So moving on to 2016, you guys has already lost three. He's moving into the other part of his career, which at that time they were starting to throw him in to the Wolves, dare I say. He was fighting guys like Jamal James that was 20-0. You know, he was definitely supposed to beat guys like him. He says Spence 11th round stoppage. Fava Beans, what's going on, my brother? How's everything going? He said he got Spence in the 11th round, no doubt. Brian Perella, he got that win in 2016 TKO. He came through, he knocked him out. I remember that fight. That was his coming out party. He says, "You going to the fight, bro?" Nah, man, I'm not gonna be able to make the fight, man. It's in Texas. I'm out here in the DMV. I'm not gonna be able to make the fight. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I wish I could go to the fight. But nah, man. Corey Lee Boxing would not be at the Earl Spence versus you guys fight. I might go live for the fight and just try to put my, little spin off on the fight, man, and pay homage to both fighters, man, and risk it all on the line, man. But yeah, so then he fought in 2017. Mind you, he's got 2 wins in a row. He's beat Jamal James undefeated and Brian Pirelli undefeated. So he's got a little bit of momentum going on. So now he beat, Levon Gumacek. I believe they used to call this guy the Wolf. Yeah, the Wolf. They used to call him the Wolf. I remember this guy, man. He used to come forward and just knock out, drag out, man. If you guys don't remember him, they used to call him the Wolf, okay? You guys beat him. You guys actually beat him as well. So that's 4 wins in a row. Mind you, he beat Jamal James, okay? Remember, Jamal James, he's beating Jamal James. Okay, these are the wins that he got in a row after his 3 losses. Okay, beat Jamal James, Brian Perella. These are both undefeated guys. They had undefeated records when you guys fought them. And then he fought Thomas Delorme, after that. He fought a guy named Nelson Laura. That looked like a stay busy fight. The guy was 17-7. He knocked him out in 2 rounds. But yeah, then he fought a guy, Thomas Delorme. You guys remember Thomas Delorme? Thomas Delorme fought Terrence Crawford after you guys fought him. I believe. Yeah. So no, matter of fact, excuse me, that was Jerron Ennis. Jerron Ennis fought Thomas Delorme because Thomas Delorme been around for a while, man. Thomas Delorme has been around for a very long time, dude. But I think a big win and a win at that time because Ray Robinson was, you know, he was beating a couple guys at that time in 2018. And for you guys to come in and knock him out, I think that was an awesome win for him, man. Then after that, he had another stay busy fight with Jonathan Batista. And then he fought a guy, Cesar Miguel, which was 34-3. He had a 12-round unanimous decision. Then right after that, I feel like that was more of a stay busy type of fight because he had a big fight coming up, and that big fight was with Sean Porter. That big fight was with Sean Porter. And so that worked out for that. So when he fought Sean Porter, you guys remember it was a really close fight. I feel like, I truly feel like, you guys won that fight. Or at least a draw. I could have seen a draw for that fight as well. If you go look back at the if you guys go look back at the what they scored the fight, Jack Reese was the referee. Max DeLuca had it 113 to 115, okay? Then Steve Morrow had it 112 to 116, okay? And then okay, that was okay. And then the third and final judge, Zachary Young, had it 117 to 111. Sean Porter versus Ugas was a close fight, you guys. I'm just keeping it real. That was a really close fight. Mind you, that was as crazy as it sounds. That was 5 fights ago. Okay, Ugas fought five. This will be his 5th fight since he fought Sean Porter. That Ugas fight. I feel like that Ugas fight was just yesterday. Mind you, that fight happened in March of 2019. That fight was at 146, and I believe the WBC title was on the line. Okay, but then after that, he came back, you guys. Right when you thought you guys was out, he lost a split decision loss to Sean Porter. He came right back and beat another undefeated Omar Figueroa. Okay, now, a lot of you guys were saying, well, Omar Figueroa, wasn't looking too good in his last couple fights leading up into that. But still, he beat a undefeated, okay, former world champion. Okay, so that's big, man. If you ask me, that's pretty big, man. It's hard to do that right now. And what's going on? Good to see you back, bro. How come you've been so inactive? Oh man, I've been, doing lives and stuff like that, but with my work schedule and stuff like that, man, I can't do as many lives, you know, at that time, at like around this time like I want to, man. I got obligations and stuff like that, man. So I gotta handle that. But I'm back here, man. I'm gonna try to start going live for you guys like around, maybe like around this time, man. I'm gonna try to get you guys the best live streams I can give you guys, man. Give you guys the heat you know. Um, but yeah, man. So he beat Omar Figueroa. That was in 2019. Okay, then after that, he came back and beat Mike Dallas. As you guys all know, Mike Dallas, he was an okay fighter. He fought Lucas Matisse, but he got knocked out by Lucas Matisse. And you know, Mike Dallas was a fringe contender at best to me. Okay, no disrespect to Mike Dallas. Mike Dallas definitely laid it all on the line. Definitely got stretched. Mike Dallas was actually on Corley Boxing's Ice Season Greatest Hits. Okay, he actually was on there. Lucas Matisse stretched that boy. Okay, ice cold. You know what I mean? That's back when Lucas Matisse was stretching motherfuckers. When motherfuckers had to really watch out when Lucas Matisse was fighting motherfuckers, because you didn't know when it was going to end or how it was going to end. Lucas Matisse had that much power. I think a lot of you guys forget that shit, man. That Argentina Lucas Matisse, man, he laid that boom, okay? This was before Marcos Maidana. You know what I mean? Lucas Matisse was doing this thing before Marcos Maidana from Argentina. And then came Marcos Maidana. But these guys from Argentina, they got popped. I've noticed a lot of guys from Argentina got popped. It's crazy. As crazy as it sounds, you guys, but a lot of guys from Argentina got popped. I don't know what the fuck they're putting in the water out there, but them dudes will put you on a canvas in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? Marcos Maidana had punishing power. Ask Adrian Broner. You know what I'm saying? Lucas Matisse had punishing power. Ask Mike Dallas and a couple other guys too. But moving forward, then he fought his last fight you guys fought was Manny Pacquiao. Okay. Now let me put you guys on what was going on. He said that Argentina mought a meal or something or some shit. Yeah, man, it was crazy, man. Them Argentinas got power, UGC. But yeah, moving into this, he says thoughts on Canelo versus Bivol. Okay, yeah, I'll get to that. I'll definitely get to that. Thoughts on Canelo Bivol. I think it'll be a good matchup. But both fighters are coming in, very, hungry and dedicated. Bivol got a whole country behind him with Russia and everything that's going on with that. Even if you don't agree with it, they're letting him fight. Um, and not only that, I seen what Bivol said if Russia asked him to, he would defend his country and he would stop boxing. So that's a whole nother, case within itself, but I'm telling you guys right now, Bivol versus Canelo is going down. Bivol is a good fighter, man. The more I think about it, man, Bivol is a really good fighter. But Canelo has those angles, and Canelo can stop you and can cut your lights off at any given time. Canelo is that type of fighter, man. He can knock your lights out at any given time, and he's a very dangerous fighter. Um, and with that being said, man, I think that possibly will be the difference. The angles, the angles that he has and stuff like that. I think that'll be the difference. And yeah, man. So back to the Manny Pacquiao, what I was just saying. Shout out to Samuel Shaw in the building. Shout out to Samuel Shaw in the building. He says Omar wasn't no real 147 pounder. Yeah, he says Omar wasn't no real 147 pounder, and he had gotten lazy. He says he had gotten lazy when it came to training. Abel Ramos hurt you guys pretty good in that fight, but you guys pulled it out. Yeah, yeah, but I think you guys has been getting better. New subscriber due to UGC Flam. Okay, Wayne Hennessy, salute my brother. How's everything going, man? We're talking today. We're talking you guys versus Errol Spence. So, like I was saying before the Bivol breakdown, and Canelo breakdown, um, he fought Manny Pacquiao. He beat Manny Pacquiao. That was a really good win. I feel like he showed a lot in that fight. He showed that, he pretty much showed the world, look, I'm here. I can win on that top level. And I think that was a really good win. I think that was a really good win for, Manny Pacquiao. I mean, excuse me, for Manny Pacquiao to be on his resume, for Manny Pacquiao to be on you guys' resume, that was a really good win. There's not a lot of guys right now that can say that they beat Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? That are still fighting. So, I just really think that was a good win. I know Earl Spence wish he had that win, but for whatever case may be, it was a late replacement. You guys had to step in and fight him, and now you guys and Earl Spence are fighting. So, yeah. So shout out to Jimbo in the chat. He says you guys has good wins over undefeated James and Omar. Most thought he defeated Porter and got the win over a legend in Manny Pacquiao. He's also an Olympic bronze medalist. Guy's a champion and an Olympian. Yeah, a lot of people forget that. And I just really think a lot of people look over, you know, um you guys and what he brings to the table. He has more professional fights than Earl Spence Jr. Um, and you guys is a veteran at the sport, and I can't wait to see, you know, this fight, man. And so now we fast forward to Earl Spence and what he's been through in his career, and how he's gotten to, you know, that lucky 27-0. I'm not even gonna say that lucky. Well, that you know that hard fought 27-0 and 21 big wins by way of knockout, and you know a rocky road to get to that 27-0. That was it was tough. The more I think about it, it was tough. Um, you know, because you guys got to understand, you guys is a good fighter. But yeah, Earl Spence. So like I was saying, Earl Spence, um, he fought. You guys remember he fought Kell Brook to win the IBF strap. The winners need to fight Bud. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it, dude. Tell me about it. The winners definitely need to fight Bud, but will we get that? I don't know. I really don't know, man. Bud is out there doing his own thing right now, and if he signs to the PBC, then that's a possible fight. But if he doesn't, then what? Then what are we left with? We're left with another year, another 2 years. Does Karen? I really like. I don't mean to switch it up because I really want to break down. The hell? Wow. Okay. My bad, man. Somebody texted me. But yeah, man, it's crazy. I'm telling you right now that, both fighters are good. He says, was Manny still at the top level after being out of boxing for 2 years and 40 years old and Thurman laying bombs on him? No, no, the fuck he wasn't. No, he was not the same fighter. He wasn't. He wasn't at all, man. He definitely wasn't the same fighter. But moving forward, you guys, hey man, it's crazy. But yeah, man, like you were saying, man, Errol Spence, like I was saying, Errol Spence is a hell of a fighter. He beat Kell Brook. A lot of people didn't think he was gonna beat Kell Brook, but he beat Kell Brook. He went into Kell Brook's backyard and beat him for the IBF strap. I think that was a really good win for Errol Spence, and to show that and prove to the world that he will go overseas and will put it all on the line and did come back with that strap. That's the same thing that Devin Haney's going to have to do versus George Kambosos. That's a very, very, very good fight. Both fighters, are going to have to come in there and put it all on the line, man. There's going to be no gimmies in that fight either, man. Devin Haney has his fucking hands full. And I know a lot of you guys think that Devin Haney is just gonna go over there and walk over George Kambosos, man. Man, listen, man. Listen, I don't think for one bit that Devin Haney is just gonna walk over Kambosos, man. So it's hard for fighters it's people don't understand how hard it is to go, not only to go across the seas, but go into the enemy's backyard and to get the win, man. It's just it's crazy, you know. It's crazy, man. But Jimbo in the chat, Samuel says, so we giving you guys too much credit for beating a semi-retired Manny. I mean, we're not giving him too much credit, but we're gonna give him credit for beating him, though. We gonna definitely give him credit. We don't want to outlook that, do we? That's his biggest win of his career. You know what I'm saying, Samuel? You don't want us to talk about it? That's the biggest win of his professional career, and you don't think we should? I mean, I'm just saying, like, I think that was a good win for you guys. I mean, you guys can't determine, how old Manny Pacquiao is or what condition Manny Pacquiao is or if he was laid off and didn't fight and all of that. Are we going to give an excuse for Manny Pacquiao being trying to run for presidency? Because that's why he took all that time off. If you want to get technical, Samuel Shaw, the reason why Manny Pacquiao took them 2 years off is because he was working to try to run for president, man. You know what I'm saying? So are we gonna give Manny Pacquiao a pass for trying to do both? You know what I'm saying? No, like people say, man, you got to be 100% in boxing, man. You can't be part-time in boxing. And I know Manny Pacquiao is a future Hall of Famer. He's a legend. He's one of the best fighters of that era. But the more you think about it, and the more we think about it, dude, he was trying to do two things at one time, and that just doesn't work out in boxing, man. Time and time we've seen guys again and again, man. You know, um, when things start happening outside of the ring, almost as fast as things are happening inside of the ring, you gotta pick, man. You gotta pick. He says Manny was done after the Thurman fight. He admitted Thurman took a lot out of him. I'm not saying he didn't take a lot out of him, but I am saying that Manny Pacquiao was still, trying to run for president and was, doing his political thing. You know, he was doing his political thing. You know what I'm saying? So I just I really I really truly think that, Manny Pacquiao, he had one foot in and one foot out. You know what I'm saying? And that shit don't slide with boxing, man. It doesn't slide. It's not that's not gonna win you fights, man. And I know Manny Pacquiao's a living legend. I'm not trying to take anything away from Manny Pacquiao, but I gotta call a spade a spade. Manny Pacquiao had 1 foot in and 1 foot out of that Ugas fight. You know what I'm saying? That's not Ugas' fault though. Ugas was prepared himself to the best of his ability, and he did everything that he needed to do to get that W. He had Manny Pacquiao's wife, hiding her face because her husband was getting beaten. You know what I mean? That's not you guys' fault. You guys came in there to do one job, and he got the job done. You know what I'm saying? You guys came and got the job done against Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? I know, Spence wish he had that Manny Pacquiao fight, but he's getting a you guys fight. So you guys beat them. You to able to be the man, you gotta beat the man. Okay? Now I'm not saying, Manny Pacquiao was, the best man at 147, but he was at the top at that time when you guys fought him. He was coming off that Thurman win. And mind you, if Thurman took a lot out of him or not, man, that's nobody's problem but Manny Pacquiao. I'm just calling a spade a spade. That's just how boxing is. What have you done for me lately, baby? that's that's the way boxing is, man. And I just think that a lot of fans forget that shit, man. They want to, ride over top of that shit. No, Manny Pacquiao did what he had to do. He signed the contract, okay? And when you sign that contract, you got to uphold that contract, and you got to put your best foot forward no matter what your situation is. You know what I'm saying? So, and a lot of people, after that, Thurman fight, the pressure had been put on. Chin Smoke was happening, man. What's happening, man? Chin Smoke, smash that like button, y'all. Let's get these likes up, man. But the more and more I talk to people about the Manny Pacquiao and Ugas fight on and off camera, it's like a lot of people forget the fact that Manny Pacquiao was still doing that political shit. You know what I'm saying? He was still on that political shit. You cannot do two things, at one time and try to do boxing, man. It's not going to work. It's not going to work, man. Because the more and more I think about it, man, Manny Pacquiao could have already, he could have said, look, I relinquish the belts and I'll fight the winner. You know what I'm saying? I'll fight the winner. You know what I'm saying? So that's truly what Manny Pacquiao, Samuel Shaw, if you're trying to come on and say he was 40 years old and he was all of this and all that, where was that whole 40 years old and all that shit when he beat Thurman? You know what I'm saying? Where was all that shit when he beat Thurman? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. UGC salute, man. Dropping the 20. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. UGC, you already know, man. Salute, man. Yeah, man. We're going to put you on the Instagram, man. All $20 plus donations, they go on the Instagram, man. We putting them joints on the Instagram, man. Yeah, man. But, I really, truly think, you guys, I really, truly think that, you guys, he can get it done, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he is going to get it done, but I'm saying he has the tools to get it done, is what I'm trying to tell you guys. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to tell you guys, man. He has the tools to get it done. And, the more I think about it, man, Manny Pacquiao, you know what I'm saying? He might fight again, he might not. People say he retiring. They always say they're retiring, but then they always come back. So we will see. We will see about that. You know what I mean? We will see about that. You know? We shall see about that. Let me go to the chat, you guys, real quick, man. I was burning just now for a minute, man. I had to say my 2 cents on that Manny Pacquiao situation. But yeah, man, salute to Black, salute to UGC and everybody, man. Thank you for the donation. Samuel Shaw in the chat says, I'm not saying it was you guys' fault, but even you're saying Manny had 1 foot in and 1 foot out, so we can't act like you guys is some world beater. Now if he beats Earl, then he gets my credit. I'm telling you, Samuel Shaw, how can we not say he's a world beater when he beat world champions and former world champions? Okay? You got to understand, Samuel, boxing is a dirty, filthy sport. You know what I'm saying? So the money was behind Sean Porter, not you guys in that fight. Okay? So, one judge. Listen, man, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you. I gotta put my hat on with this one, man. I gotta get it. I haven't got real, you know what I'm saying? I haven't gave y'all that fire lately, man. I know y'all been waiting for that fire. Y'all haven't got that fire. Quarterly boxing is back, baby. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you, man, boxing is a dirty sport, man. Okay? One judge decided, okay, the Manny Pacquiao, no, excuse me, let me take this all the way back. One judge decided the Thurman, okay, when Thurman was fighting Manny Pacquiao, one judge decided that. That was a split decision. One judge decided the Ugas versus Porter fight. That was a split decision. One judge is deciding all of these fights, a lot of these close fights, man. You know what I'm saying? One judge. That one judge swayed the money. Millions of dollars switch hands on that one judge, man. One judge. You know what I'm saying? So much millions of dollars switch hands with one judge saying that this fighter won or that fighter won. You know what I'm saying? There's so much millions of dollars that one judge has riding on that one determination. And fighting and watching fights and judging fights are all personal, what that person thinks. There might be 100 motherfuckers that we might do a vote, and on the you guys versus Porter fight, you might have you know 50 people say Porter won and 50 people say you guys won. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it all depends on what. Matter of fact, this is even a better situation. This is where the robberies come into play. You know what I'm saying? With the you guys fight, you can say that 70%, 80% say you guys won. He was tagging him. He knocked down Sean Porter. He didn't get that call. Remember, you guys knocked down Sean Porter. They didn't call that as a knockdown. It was a punch thrown. There was no slip. There was no water. There was no nothing. The judge said it was a slip. How is it a slip when there was no water right there? That was the blatant A side right there, and that's why I'm dropping these jewels for a lot of you motherfuckers out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody intended, man, but if the shoe fit, wear it. You know what I'm saying? But you know how I do it. But I'm telling you guys, man, a lot of these big time fights, when they're very close like that, one judge decides everything, which is crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? But that's just the way boxing is, man. And it's fucked up until we get a cleaner system. We're gonna keep having these, discussions like this. You know what I'm saying? Where, it's like, well, this guy didn't beat this guy and that guy didn't beat that guy. And, this guy was 40 years old and he hadn't fought in 2.5 years. That ain't nobody fault but his fault, man. But yeah, Manny Pacquiao was still Manny Pacquiao. I'm not saying he was a prime Manny Pacquiao, but Manny Pacquiao came and was throwing punches, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all that you guys, and his team, could ask for, that Manny Pacquiao make the fight and go into the ring and they fight each other. And when they started fighting each other, man, you guys seen, man, you guys was a step ahead of Manny Pacquiao. You know what I mean? But that same Manny Pacquiao, now some say it was not the same Manny Pacquiao, but the same human flesh Manny Pacquiao beat Thurman, okay? That same Thurman beat Sean Porter and Danny Garcia. So in so many ways, you can say that you guys has beaten these guys as well. I'm not saying that he beat those guys, but I'm saying he beat the man that beat the man that beat all of these guys. You know what I'm saying? Thurman has some good wins on his resume. You know what I'm saying? Thurman has some good wins on his resume. So when we talk about the big scheme of things and we talk about all the heavy hitters at 147, Thurman got some good wins. Straight up. It's straight up. That's a fact. That's a fact. He says, Corey, you heard anything on Jared Hurd these days, man? Jared Hurd got like 9 fucking businesses, dude. I don't even think this dude fighting again. You know what I mean? Salute to fucking Jared Hurd. I talked to him the other day. He's got a 18-wheeler business. He's got real estate that he's working on right now. And he a lot of people didn't know. I don't know if you guys knew. When he lost his first loss to Julian J. Rock Williams, his father, rest in peace to Jared Hurd's father, allowed me to go back in the dressing room when there was all media members around. He hand chose me to go give Jared Hurd the only post-fight interview he did with any media that night. He let me do it. So that says a lot, man. That says a lot about me as a man. That says a lot about Jared Hurd's father as a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he let me, and he respected me enough to go back and do that interview, man. So when it comes to Jared Hurd, man, I definitely salute him. He took a lot of punches in his career, man. I'm gonna keep it real, man. And we all salute guys like Manny Pacquiao that take all of these punches, but at some point, you get old, man. And I'm not saying Jared Hurd's getting old, but I am saying Manny Pacquiao is getting old. You know what I'm saying? But how many times can a human body take all of this punishment? All of this punishment, time and time again. You know what I'm saying? After, years and years of punishment to your fucking head, how much can your body take? You know what I'm saying? And I truly feel like if Jared Hurd kept having them fucking wars, the end was coming, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying the end of his life, but I'm just saying like the end of his boxing career, whether he liked it or not. Whether he that's the thing that we gotta tell you. That's the thing that I gotta tell you guys. Boxing is a sport where you might think you got it, but you don't got it no more. You don't have it no more. There's nothing in your body that was like the old person. You know what I mean? Like when we seen, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna just use a prime example of like Manny Pacquiao. Do you think you guys would have beat a prime Manny Pacquiao? I personally am gonna say hell no. You know what I mean? It was way too many punches, way too much movement, and it was just. I mean, the guy was just a lightning bolt. I mean, the guy was just. I mean, he was here, there, and everywhere, man. The guy had a million punches, man. I mean, the guy was throwing like 100 plus punches per round. But over time and over the punches and over all of these wars and all of that slows you down. It might not slow you down, in that fight, or it might not slow you down in the next fight. But like an old timer told me, eventually they're gonna add up, and you're gonna see that they don't have that same reflex where he got out of the punches way. He might get stung with that punch and continue to get stung with that same punch the rest of his career. He don't have the reflexes like he used to, and I've seen plenty of fighters do that over time. You know what I'm saying? He says Hurd gave Charlos that Will Smith work. Huge respect to him. Yeah, man, you already know. You guys, Manny 2007 KO. He says seven round KO Pacquiao, I think. Yeah. Yeah, man. And it's like, you gotta understand, man, Manny Pacquiao in his prime was a very dangerous fighter. You know what I'm saying? But that's why a lot of people still think he has that aura and has that aura about him. Has that aura about him, and has that, he can still get it done type deal. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. I just don't think that was the same Manny Pacquiao. I think that Thurman fight, man, I'm going to be honest, man, and I'm going to look all you motherfuckers into the camera right now, man. And so Samuel Shaw, this is especially for you, man, because you talking about, he was old and all this shit, man. Let me tell you something, man. I lost the most amount of money that I have ever lost betting on a boxing match in that fucking Manny Pacquiao Keith Thurman fight. I lost the most money that I have ever lost in my entire life on that one fight, man. Not in my entire life, but just betting on strictly betting on boxing and betting on that one fight. Yeah, Corey Lee took an L that night. I, I took an L that night. I know you guys find like, why is he laughing about it? Because it's like, what can I do about it now? It's gone. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Damn, man. That shit was damn. I knew, man, from the second round when Thurman got dropped, yo. When Thurman got dropped, I said, man, this shit, man. It was uphill from then on out, man. Thurman never got a knockdown. Thurman, I feel like Pacquiao was still in the fight. I feel like Thurman was still controlling the fight for the most part, but Pacquiao was still chipping away, man. Still chipping away, still chipping away, still chipping away. And the whole time, it was getting closer. It was, the fight, some of the rounds were like, oh, I don't know. Thurman might have won that round. Pacquiao might have won that round. And the whole time I got all this money on the line, I'm like, damn, man. Fuck, man. Please win this fight, Thurman. You know what I'm saying? And when they announced that shit, when I think it was a split decision, I was like, fuck, man. Damn. I was like, damn, bro, that shit hurt the kid. I ain't even gonna lie, man. That shit hurt the kid, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't gonna lie. UGC in the chat said Corey must have made Keith cut his hair. Laugh out loud. I know, man. It was one of those things, man, where it was like, man, it just wasn't a good night, man. It wasn't a good night for Corey Lee boxing. I just feel like, man, they got me on that night, man. The sports betting got me on that night, man. So I hear all these people with the FanDuel shit, and they got these little, little $20, $30 losses here and there. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, I lost way more than that on one fight on the refs. I mean on the judges. I mean, damn, man. He Five of Beans says I rated Keith, but knew that injury was bad. He got. Oh, okay. Beans in the chat says I've seen Keith in real life. He really intelligent. You could just tell. Yeah, yeah. UGC in the chat. UGC in the chat says your bank account got iced that night. Yeah, man, for real though. It really did though, man. I took a real L that night though, UGC, for real though, man. I took an L, man, because leading up into that fight, I had thought that Manny Pacquiao, I was like, he's older, this is the changing of the guard, Keith Thurman finally got this big fight. Keith Thurman is finally on the big stage. This is a pay-per-view fight. You know, everything was just working in Keith Thurman's favor. I just really thought leading up into that fight, he was going to get the win. He could possibly knock out Manny Pacquiao. That's how much I was thinking that, Keith Thurman's power was at that time as well, but, I should have taken into consideration that he balloons up in between fights. And, a lot of other little small, minute, the injuries and stuff like that. All of that into consideration and maybe gave Manny Pacquiao more of a benefit of the doubt, you know. But I didn't, I didn't. I'm gonna keep it real, I didn't. And I paid for it. I paid for it. Literally. Literally. Yo, literally, bro. I paid for that shit, man. So yeah, man. It was one of them type of fights, man, that I wish I would have got some of that money for that joint, man. But nah, man. And the shit was so crazy, bro. I didn't bet on none of the undercards. I didn't bet on none of the other fights. I just bet on that fight. Keith Thurman versus Manny Pacquiao. That's the only fight I bet on. And boy, I took an L, man. I took a motherfucking L, man. UGC says paid in full promotions. Yeah. Yeah, man, they got me, dog. They got me, man. That shit was crazy, bro. I was like, damn, man. These sports betting joints, man, they just take the money and run, dude. Cause I'm out here in the DMV, so I had to do that shit online. I put my bet in online, and I put my bet in the day of the fight. You know what I'm saying? Because the odds were getting closer. I remember, I think Keith Thurman had jumped out to being a favorite, and then it was Manny Pacquiao being a favorite, so they were going both ways with the sports betting. And I was just like, man, I'm trying to get it at a good deal. I want to get the best bang for my buck. So, obviously the more money you put in, the more money, what I'm saying, the more your the more you'll get paid off, and I put in, let's just say I put in $100, and I didn't like what I was gonna get back. I put in $200. I didn't like what I was gonna get back. I put in $300. I did not like what I was getting back, dude. I'ma just say, man, it was over $500 that I lost on that Manny Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman fight. I lost over $500 on that fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm just gonna leave it at that. You know what I mean? But yeah, Corey Lee hasn't really bet a whole lot since then, man. Yeah, man. We went ahead and fell back, man. We fell back off of that, man. We didn't try to double up, man. Some guys will be like, man, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna try to get that money back that I lost. You know what I'm saying? But I was just like, man, I had to take that L, man, and I was just like, I don't want to take another L like that. So I just went ahead and what I mean? It was a wrap after that, man. It was a wrap, man. It was a wrap, man. Um, Beans in the chat says, I'm low key not a fan of Pacquiao, but delete this message. Oh man, okay, okay, okay. I see you. I see you. And then he says, UGC says, damn, Corey. Yeah, man. So yeah, back to the he says, what's good, Corey Guns? What's going on, Crypto Colors? Salute. Smash that like button, my brother. We burning one today, man. I told you guys I'm gonna start doing these live streams, man. And I'm gonna start kicking it to you right now, man. I'm gonna probably start going live at about 5 o'clock. Fuck it. It looks like I can get a lot of you, a couple of you guys in here at 5 o'clock, man. And I think that's a good. I think that's a good time for me. Well, I'm not gonna say it's a good time for me, but just gonna say that I'm gonna try to make it work. You know what I'm saying? Maybe between 4 and 5. But but yeah, man. So with this whole situation going on with Spence and you guys, you know, I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna be completely honest. Is YTB needs you back big time. Oh, okay. Salute. He says, "What's up, my boy Mason? What's up, bro? What's going on, my brother? Smash that like button, Mason. As soon as you guys come in, smash that like button, man. Cryptos, beans, everybody, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. You know, you guys versus Spence is a really good fight, man. On a whole bunch of different levels. Um, both of these guys are really good fighters. Um, and I think Earl Spence is definitely he gets overlooked a lot. Um, you know, on some of the small, minute details that he does. In a fight. And I really truly think that Earl Spence, he does certain movements, you guys, that'll throw you off. You know what I mean? From the southpaw stance, you know. And I think that does a lot to fighters when they're in there with Earl Spence. And I think he throws them off. Danny Garcia said in an interview, he said that, you know, him and Earl Spence threw, a lot of the same punches, and they had somehow he broke it down where they had the same punch output for power punches or something. But then that the jab was that deciding factor in the Danny Garcia versus Earl Spence fight, the jab. So that's why I take that fast forward from that fight to now, 2 weeks out of the Ugas versus Spence fight, I really truly think that Spence, I think he can get it. I think he can get it done. Some people are saying that Spence can get it done by knockout. I'm not gonna say all of that. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say he can get it done by knockout because this is a tough. It's gonna be a tough fight. It's gonna be a tough fight, man. It's definitely gonna be a tough fight, man. The more I think about it, man. So what you guys think, man? Who you guys think is gonna win, man? There's a lot, and the undercard is good too, you guys. You guys got to think about it, man. The undercard is really good, man. The undercard is good for this fight, man. There's a couple good fighters, on this undercard, man. Let me see what we talking about. Hold on, the undercard. Yeah, cause see, I don't even know if y'all know about this undercard, man. There's some good fights on this undercard, bro. Let me tell you. Let me bring up the undercard. Errol Spence. All right, here we go, y'all. So this is man. There's some good fights on the undercard, yo. There's some good fights on the undercard. He says Earl, ninth round knockout, Samuel Shaw. So you got okay. So you got Samuel. So Samuel Shaw. So you got Earl winning by knockout in the ninth round. You know what I mean? Are you willing to put money on that, Samuel Shaw? Not betting me, but I'm just saying, would you? Are you that confident in your pick that you would put money on the line? You know, that's what I'm saying. Because a lot of people say that they pick who gonna win and who gonna lose the fight. You know what I'm saying? But would you be willing? Were you so confident that he's gonna win? By knockout that you would put money on that shit. You know what I mean? Boxing Monster says I got 1 million. Okay, 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 okay. On Earl. Okay, okay. Um, so yeah, man, if you guys don't know, man, the undercard is pretty good. Man, the undercard is really good, man. This is a stacked undercard, y'all. This is a stacked undercard, man. This is a stacked undercard. I don't know if you guys can see that. Wow, man. This is a stacked undercard, man. Wow, man. Matter of fact, hold on. I got something for y'all, man. Corley, we in Corley Boxing Studios, and I'm ready to do something for y'all, man. Hold on real quick. We in Corley Boxing Studios, man. We in Corley Boxing Studios, man. We in the studios, man. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. This is what you call a live stream on the fly, man. This is what you call a live stream on the fly. But we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. Bear with me real quick. Cause I want to show you guys who's on this undercard. I really want to show you guys who's on this undercard. Um, Damn, they probably can't even see the damn screen. Well, it's on there, man. Let me see. Boxing Monster. So let me see. So yeah, Brandon Lee versus Zachary Ochoa. That fight is going down. That fight is on. So this is Brandon Lee right here. He's fighting. Um, and I would hope this thing work, man. So yeah, Brandon Lee. It's still blurry. Hold on. He says, yeah, this joint ain't gonna work, man. Fuck. He says, can y'all see it? He says, Brandon Lee, man. I'm telling you, man, Brandon Lee. He's good. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all what's going on. So yeah, Brandon Lee, he's fighting Zachary Ochoa. That fight is going down. That fight is going down on the Errol Spence versus Ugas undercard. And this is Brandon Lee's biggest test up to date. Brandon Lee is 24-0 with 22 big wins by way of knockout, you guys. Okay? 22 big wins by way of knockout. So definitely remember that. He's fighting Zachary Ochoa. Remember, I think the Ochoa, he's from Brooklyn, New York. He lost a split decision to Velasco. Very, very close. But Brandon Lee is facing him. He's only been stopped one time. And that was in 2017, a while ago. But him and Brandon Lee are fighting on the undercard. That's very low on the undercard. That's like the first, I believe, fight that's coming on the undercard. Both fighters are really good. Like I said, Zachary Ochoa is 21-2. Brandon Lee's 24-0. Okay, another fight that's on the undercard is Jose Venezuela. Okay, which if you guys don't know who Jose Venezuela is, he's Benavidez's training partner that fights at what weight class is he at? He's at damn. He fight at lightweight. I want to say he fight at lightweight, y'all. Yeah, he fight at lightweight. Okay? So, yeah, he says the Benavidez dude, wow, yeah. So, yeah, his name's Jose Venezuela, you guys. So, he's going to be fighting in 2 weeks on the undercard. He's 11-0 with 7 big wins by way of knockout. And yeah, man. So I believe he's either signed under David Benavidez's promotions, or but he's definitely directly affiliated with David Benavidez. They train every day together, and they do, they're like best friends, man. So he's fighting on the undercard as well. He's fighting against Wow, he's fighting against Francisco Vargas. Wow, a cagey veteran, you guys. Francisco Vargas. So he's fighting against Francisco Vargas. This is the undercard of the Ugas versus Spence, you guys. I'm going over the undercard right now. Shout out to Tony Boz in the chat. The Boz is in the chat. Salute. Salute, man. He says shutting the site down. It's raining. I'm out. No doubt, bro. No doubt. Shout out to the Boz in the building, man. No doubt. So yeah, man. If you guys are just tuning in, we're going over the Errol Spence versus you guys undercard. And okay, Francisco Vargas is 27-3. Okay, you guys. I remember him. He fought Miguel Berchelt and lost an 11th round knockout loss to Miguel Berchelt. But he fought Isaac Pitbull Cruz. He lost a unanimous decision to him. But he beat Otto Gomez. And he had a couple other good wins on his resume, man. But he's fighting a cagey Francisco Vargas, which is 27-3 with 19 big wins by knockout. Okay, you guys. So that's gonna be another big fight for this is gonna be the biggest fight for Benavidez's, I guess you could say, cousin. The guy named his name is excuse me. Let me find his damn name first. Jose Venezuela. Excuse me. Respectfully. So yeah, so he's fighting Vargas. So the next fight coming up, you guys, this is a banger, man. This pay-per-view is worth it, man. This pay-per-view is worth it, bro. They're stacking the deck on this undercard, man. I'm keeping it real with you. Remember, Brandon Lee is at the bottom of the. Remember, Brandon Lee has headlined his own showbox cards. Couple of them. He's on the bottom of this list. See? If you guys are looking at the screen I'm looking at, he's at the bottom of that list. Okay, so yeah. So let me put my So yeah, so then after that we got Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Remember, this is the same guy that fought Gervonta Tank Davis. He's fighting Okay, he's fighting Yordenis Gamboa. Okay, two former, two former Gervonta Tank Davis opponents are now fighting each other. They're now fighting each other, you guys. Okay, okay. So here go Isaac Pitbull Cruz. We're gonna pull him up. He's 22-2 with 15 wins by way of knockout, you guys. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Bean says Brandon back in the day was big. He was on the bottom of the list. Wow, yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Oh, I'm sorry, man. My bad. My bad, boxing monster. Damn, my bad. Hey, boxing monster, my bad, bro. I'm trying to. The damn video is chopping a little bit on my end. I don't know if y'all clearly can hear me, but it's chopping up a little bit on my end, so I mistakenly hit the timeout button, man. I'm sorry about that, boxing monster. You'll be right back in, man. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, man. Crypto Color says Corley boxing. The only fights I ever paid for was Mayweather and Tyson. Mayweather and Tyson fights. I would order Bud versus Spence though. Samuel Shaw says, "Damn, Monster got timed out." My bad, man. My bad, Monster. I'm sorry about that, man. I didn't mean to do that, man. I was trying to read your damn. I was trying to read your damn what you wrote, and then I accidentally, hit the button. But yeah, man, Isaac Cruz. He's 20. He's 22-0 with 15 wins by way of knockout. Um, he did lose a unanimous decision to Gervonta Tank Davis. Um, he did, lose a unanimous decision to Gervonta Tank Davis. He beat Francisco Vargas, which is on the undercard as well. He beat Diego Magdaleno. Um, Thomas Matisse. I remember Thomas Matisse beat another guy that he got a robbery on the Showbox card that was crazy. Okay, so he beat a couple guys. That's Isaac Pitbull Cruz. If you guys don't know, he fought Gervonta Tank Davis. He's taking on the KG veteran Yordenis Gamboa. Okay, so he's taking on Gamboa. As you guys know, Gamboa's 30-4. I thought Gamboa had more losses than that, you guys. He's only got 4 losses. I thought he had like 6. Um, but yeah, he's taking on Gamboa. As you guys know, Gamboa is a KG veteran as well. And then we got Cody Crowler, you guys. A surprise, an upset surprise. Mind you, this is the same white boy that you don't see a lot of all American white men, that fight in the sport of boxing that are good. You know what I'm saying? Caleb Plant, he's good. He's an exception, but there's not a whole lot of Caleb Plants around in any division. So this guy Cody Crowler, he's trained and he used to be one of Floyd Mayweather's lead sparring partners. Okay, this guy right here. I don't know if you guys can see the screen, but this guy right here, his name's Cody Crowler. He's 20-0 with nine wins by way of knockout. He just came off the biggest win in his career, while he beat Corder. He beat Cordeltelli or Bartkula at 147, and that was for, remember, this guy Abat Kudev, he was the mandatory challenger for Errol Spence for a little while now. I believe he was Errol Spence. Yeah. So let me check, and let me just double check that real quick, because they used to put on here, what belt they were fighting for and everything. The WBC silver. I thought he was going through the IBO. But Chad, this is the guy right here, Kudrati Bruda Kula. I can't pronounce his name, man, but hey, he's fighting Josecito Lopez. Okay, he's on the undercard as well. Damn, no, excuse me. Yeah, he's on the undercard as well. Damn, he's not even on the televised portion. I don't think. What the hell? Hey, man, they got everybody on this fight. Yeah, he's fighting Josecito Lopez. He says Corey shouting every put the safety on. Yo, I gotta put the safety on, man. I'm murking motherfucker. Put him in timeout. Yeah, man. My bad, bro. Tony Boss says I've already got my tickets for Spence Jr. versus you guys. Me and my oldest son and a friend. He says I like the entire card. Oh, no doubt, man. I'm telling you, man, the Boss. This undercard is very good, man. I'm being honest, man. This undercard is extremely good, man. Really good. I say that this might be the best undercard that I've seen in years. Yeah, I'm keeping it real, man. I'm keeping it real, man. I'm keeping it real. This might be the best undercard that I've seen in years. I'm keeping it real with you guys. Smash that like button, y'all. Let's get these likes up, man. Let's definitely get these likes up, man. Please, let's get these likes up. Beans in the chat says, why not many whites in the USA boxing? Here in the UK, we all fight white folk. Never understood that. Yeah, I mean, it's just not a lot of white all-American fighters in the USA, man, that are really good. You know, that stick out like Caleb Plant in his weight class and stuff like that. There's not a whole lot that are out here, you know, that I've seen. Maybe you guys seen something I ain't seen, you know what I mean? But there ain't no Tommy Morrison walking through the front door that I've seen anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? Not out here in America. I mean, maybe you guys are watching a whole totally different network than I'm watching. But this guy Cody, he's a white boy, and he's really good, man. He's good, man. You know, and he's bringing it. You know, Floyd Mayweather said he's a good fighter. To get noticed like that. And Cody, I like Cody because I like his story. You know, he said that he had nothing left and that he was working, he's working a job and that, he took about a year off of boxing altogether, and then he met up with this girl that he met his, I guess his girlfriend or his wife now, and she said, like, what do you do, because he said he was, he had some money saved up or whatever, so he was just like, laying around the house and going to bars at night, and he wasn't really fighting, and this girl he met was like, well, what do you do for a living? Like, what do you do? And then the guy was just then they was just like the girl was just like Cody was just like, well, I used to be a fighter, but I pretty much just I'm just, I don't I guess I didn't he said I might get back into it or whatever the case is, make a long story short, he told the girl told him that he was with and he still is with to this day, that you need to go back to boxing and that you need to fully 100% dedicate yourself to it. And she helped him. And ever since then, man, he's undefeated. He's like I said, he sparred Mayweather. He was one of the lead sparring partners for Mayweather. And I believe one of his fights, I can't remember which fight, but I think it was the Berto fight. But he was one of the leads. This guy right here, he's number 10 in the world in the welterweight division, and he's fighting Josecito Lopez. He's fighting Josecito Lopez on the Mayweather undercard. So this is another fight that's on the Mayweather undercard, you guys. All right, and the main event is Errol Spence versus you guys. You guys all know for. Okay. Oh, okay. And one last fight. Hold on, I forgot to list this last fight, you guys. And I definitely don't want to go. This is the co-main event, I believe. And this is a really good co-main event, and there's a lot behind in this co-main event. Okay? Amitas Stanionis, okay, which is 13-0, okay, and he was the mandatory challenger for you guys' belt, okay? So this fight only happened because this guy took step aside money, okay? Remember, you guys was almost ready to have to fight this guy in the negotiations. Remember that. This guy Stanionis. You guys was ready to have to fight him, but what happened was they renegotiated it and they put him on the undercard, okay? So this is for the WBA regular belt, regular world title, the same world title that Gervonta Davis has at 135. Okay, so this guy's on the co-main event as well, fighting undefeated um fighter. This guy, this guy Zabzu Batuev, which is 14-0 with 11 big wins by way of knockout. He's fighting Stanionis, which is 13-0. This guy's ranked number 9 in the world. So he's actually ranked higher than Stanionis, and Stanionis had that mandatory position. So this is a huge undercard, man. I just really think that this is gonna be a big fight, man. And man, I cannot wait to see this fight, you guys. It's gonna be so much fireworks, man. Errol Spence Jr., you guys, there's so much going on, man. Shout out to Boxing Monster. He's back. My bad about that, my brother, man. Um Corley Boxing, baby. You already know your number one source for boxing, baby. We back, man. So Crypto Color says, step aside money is so awesome. Wish I had some of that. Laugh out loud. Yeah, he took some step aside money. Not only did he take step aside money, he's on the co-main event. So, man, I mean, you can't get no better spot than that, man. You can't get no better spot than that, man. Shout out to Champ Ross, man. He just texted me. I'm live right now. Come check it out. We're gonna invite we're gonna invite him right now. Man, somebody calling me. I gotta go in a minute, you guys. But Boxing Monster says keep up the great work at Corley Boxing Monster. Shout out. This is the first time in the history of Corley Boxing that I put somebody in timeout, and that as soon as they got out of timeout, they donated to my channel. Yo, that's never happened. That's never happened ever, man. Uh, oh man, that was funny. Boxing Monster, man, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that, man. Wow, man, you guys have been donating, man, and I really, really appreciate it, man. That's like, 30 or 40 bucks just today, man. I really appreciate that, man. It goes a long way. Like I said, I'm in the process of getting some new software and getting this new studio set up for Corley Boxing, you guys, so I can keep doing these live streams for you guys and have more guests on here, have more shows, and having more dope, having more, where we can, vibe a little bit better, man, and we can enjoy one another, man. And I just want, this Corley Boxing be a platform that everybody can come to, not just, fans that are, in the YTBC and that are in the LDBC. I get along with everybody, until you show me otherwise. But, like, I just want everybody to come along and come, let me know you guys' input, because there's so many different people and, so many different organizations and cliques and all of that shit, man. And, at the end of the day, man, we all love the sport called boxing, man. And I just think that we should, come together, man, and debate this shit, man. I used to debate crazy, man. He says cross platform is the best. The Tony Boz says, Shaw, you ain't right. Boxing Monster says, laugh out loud. I usually don't like anyone. Laugh out loud. Fava Bean says, Toby, what's up? Armando says, Mark Maceo versus Ray Vargas is happening too. Oh, it is? Oh, wow, man. I didn't even know that, man. Hold on. Oh yeah, I'm putting y'all's donations on the Instagram too, you guys. All donations. I guess we can do. We're gonna be, till we get the donations up, man. We're gonna put the donations on the Instagram, man. So, you know, I'm putting UGC's on there. I'm putting yours on there, Boxing Monster, man, because I just want to, salute to you guys, man, for doing that, man. Taking the time out of your day and doing that, man. That's really a dope thing, man. And I really appreciate that shit, man. For real, man. Samuel Shaw with the donation, another donation, man. He says for your software fund, Corey. No doubt, man. Yeah, man. We're gonna have this studio coming along, man. I'm telling you guys, man, I thank you so much for these donations, man. Wow, man. You guys are really turning up in the donations, man. This has been the most in a while, man. So thank you guys so much, man. It means a lot to me, man. I know you guys have been around for the whole time. I know you guys really didn't go anywhere, but I know you guys are probably like, damn, Corey doesn't drop videos, consistently, which I need to work on, and I need to have more time, for my real true boxing fans out there that really do miss Corey Lee boxing and what I, brought to the table, my knowledge, and my charisma for sure, man. Because I see a lot of YouTube channels, they're boring, man. They had the same old shit. They believe in the same old fighters, and that's just it, man. But here I want to, switch it up, man. So yeah, Mason says Errol Spence is going to redeem that Pac-Man loss. Wow. Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying, man. That Earl Spence. Yeah, I mean, because you gotta understand, man. He didn't lose to Pacquiao, but he did lose the opportunity to fight Manny Pacquiao. So, which was big too. I've been burning so much for over an hour, man. Your boy needs some water, man. I've been getting it in today, man. Your boy needs some water, man. Some ice cold water. Yeah, man. I've been burning fire the whole hour. Oh shit. So yeah, shout out to Beans in the chat, man. He says, don't plan on it, bro. He says, go live whenever. He says, your knowledge you teach everyone here. Hey, I try to, man, because some boxing fans, and I'm not knocking anybody because I love that all you guys are in the sport of boxing because this is my favorite sport. But I just watch more than just one division. You know what I'm saying? And boxing can get so big where you're watching all of these different divisions and you don't even know who the fuck's in what division because they switch divisions too. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Nui, I was watching the Nui. He started at like 112 or 115. And then he went all the way up. He started going up and going up and going up. And then over time, or you got Terrence Crawford, a guy that started at 135. If you guys remember way back when he fought Gamboa at 135, you guys. So he's now at 147, calling out 154 pounders, you know? Excuse me. Do you ever think that we would see the day that Terrence Crawford would be world champion at 154 and he was at 135? Because when he was at 135, I know you guys weren't like, man, Terrence Crawford could probably move up to 154 and be champion. I mean, I know I wasn't thinking that when he first won his first title at 135. I was like 147. You know what I'm saying? That would be maybe pushing it. But 147 be a champion because it's hard to do, you guys. It's very hard to do. Switching these weight classes and going in and out is very hard to do. It's not an easy task, you know. Armando Colon in the chat, man. I'm gonna just list off all you guys real quick because if I missed anybody, I don't want to miss anybody. So I'm gonna list off all of you guys right now while you guys are right here in front of me right now, you guys. Okay, here we go. All right. Boxing Monster, salute. Mason in the chat, salute. Crypto Colors, salute. Samuel Shaw, salute. Armando. What's happening? Five of Beans. What's happening, man? We definitely working on that wrench for you, man. For sure, man. Salute. The Boss. What's happening, man? You already know, man. Long time listeners. Toby in the chat, man. What's happening, man? How's everything going? And yeah, man, if I miss anybody, just comment again. I'll definitely throw your name out there, man. Cause I definitely appreciate all you guys coming back, coming to fuck with me again, man. And coming in there. Chin Smoke, what's happening, my brother? Can't forget Chin Smoke, man. He's been doing it for a while. And I salute that, man. Um, he says Corey Lee always been real. He said he used to let the LDBC followers time me out when he didn't know me. Hey yo, Boxing Monster came out to cover that one, bro. What the? Damn, that shit was funny as hell, bro. That's too funny, bro. Uh, Shout out to Toby said Samuel Shaw. I saw that video, but someone said he was in the wheelchair because of drinking. Not sure how accurate it is though, brother. Oh, Crypto Color says I hope they call Adrian Boner and set him up to fight Thurman so he could be entertaining. Samuel Shaw says, I thought AB was in a wheelchair now. Yeah, I seen something about that. I don't know what's going on with AB, man. Salute to AB, man. I hope he's good. I hope everything will work out for him, man. But yeah, salute to that brother, man. I don't really know what's going on with that brother, but salute to that brother, man. I know that brother has a lot of kids, and I know he's got to provide for his kids as well. I think he's got over 5 kids. So salute to Adrian Broner and his family, and I hope to see him in the ring soon and 100%, recovered and as a good fighter back. You know what I'm saying? With the AB that we all know and that we all, whether you like him or hate AB, he's a character and he sells. You know what I'm saying? Whether he wins, he sells. Nobody's been able to knock out Adrian Broner and get rid of the problem yet. So until that happens, I feel like we'll keep seeing the problem until somebody just knocks him out and just completely gets him out of the ring completely and ices the shit out of him. I don't think we'll see that Adrian Broner leave the ring until that happens, you guys. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. But yeah, man. Wow, man, you guys really, man, made my night, man. You guys really, really made my night, man. You guys, it's been an awesome night, man. This has been one of the better live streams I've had in a while, man. And I just think that I can make these live streams better, but I'm gonna stop talking about it. I'm gonna just do it, and you guys will see. Um, See, because I just feel like, man, when I go live, we just have some of the best lives, man. Them Jones be sweet, man. When I go live for over like 30 minutes, when I start doing these hours, and I really get warmed up, and I really get to telling y'all motherfuckers what's on my mind. That's when y'all like, okay, Corey back on his shit now, man. All right, all right, all right, all right. Oh, he says, Crypto Color says, Samuel Shaw, Corey Lee is related to Thurman. Damn. Not Keith Thurman though. Samuel Shaw says, I'm not sure that AB boxes again, Corey. Damn. You don't think he's gonna box again? I think AB will box again. Like I said, nobody has knocked Adrian Broner out of the ring or, knocked him out or, Adrian Broner has never been on Ice Season's greatest hits because he's never been iced. He's been knocked down before, but he's always gotten back up. So, will AB ever get on that list? Um, there's a high probability of that, because he's gonna keep fighting. I feel like, you know what I mean. He spends a lot of money too, so I just feel like a guy like that will keep fighting. He's got a couple fights left at least, and we'll see. We'll see. But as far as Errol Spence and you guys goes, man, it's gonna be an awesome showdown. Both fighters are gonna come and bring it. Errol Spence is, still got his undefeated streak going. And be it what you may, man, there's a lot riding on this fight, man. The winner could possibly fight Terrence Crawford. There's so many different variables that can happen in this fight, man. And I just think it's pivotal for people to think about that when they're watching this fight, because you got to understand there's so many, so much is on the line with just this one fight. It's so many millions and millions and millions of dollars if Earl Spence can win this fight. I feel like that Terrence Crawford fight will generate a lot of revenue. And I just think that that's a big, big fight that we've all been waiting for. And two African American men that go into the ring, both undefeated, both at the top of their weight class, both at the top of their division, both on the pound for pound list. I mean, just awesome fighters, man. And I just feel like, with all of the things that Terrence Crawford's been through in his life and all of the things that, Earl Spence has been through in his life, I just feel like both fighters, when they finally come together, I feel like that'll be a big fight. I think a lot of fans will actually appreciate, that fight, win or lose, because we definitely going to get a winner and we definitely going to get a loser out of that Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence fight. I think somebody actually is going to get knocked out in that fight. I'm going to just keep it real with you guys. I'm going to just keep it all the way 100 with you guys, man. I think somebody is definitely going to get knocked out in that fight, man. That fight screams ice season. I mean, that just screams ice season. Ice, ice, baby. That's what's going to happen. Somebody going to get iced in that fight, man. Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford. I got somebody getting iced in that fight for sure. Let me see what we got here. Toby says, Sam and Sean, in my opinion, if they could keep AB fighting regularly, that would keep him more focused and out of trouble. Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I don't know what the fuck is PBC doing, man. Eddie Hearn would have had that boy in the UK fighting Conor Benn or something sometime by now already, man. But it's like, I don't know what the PBCs are doing with Adrian Broner. He sells tickets. It ain't like he don't sell. People are gonna buy his fights, you know. So yeah, man. Yeah. So he says salute to Sean Porter. He fought everyone already. Wow. Yeah. Boxer Monster says Earl is back on the Blu-ray milkshakes. He will murk Ugas. Wow. You think so, bro? Okay. All right. I hear it. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. That's what he gonna do, huh? He says what? He says, yeah. Samuel Shaw says at Boxing Monster. Damn, my lips is chapped. God damn. Whew. Ah. Boom, baby. Hold up. So yeah, Samuel Shaw says, yeah, I guess so, but I don't know. Think boredom plays a big part too. Yeah, yeah, it does. It does though, man. It really does. AB talking about AB. But yeah, man, he says Core Elite Boxing, what's the fight that you want to see happen? Oh, the fight that I want to see happen the most, crypto colors. The fight that I want to see happen for boxing. Um, I want to see Better B versus Canelo, man. That's what I want to see. I want to see Arthur Better B versus Canelo Alvarez. And I think that we'll get that fight next. I think that we'll get that fight next. I really truly think that and that's crazy because if Canelo Alvarez fights Arthur Better Be next, he'll be fighting two Russians in a row. He'll be fighting two Russians in a row in the same weight class. And that's crazy. I didn't even think of it like that. But Better Beef is from Russia and Demetrius Bivol is from Russia. But that's so crazy that they never fought. I think that's a big deciding factor as well. Another reason why they haven't fought is because, you got both guys from Russia, and I feel like I guess they want to build up that fight a lot more than what it was, I guess, because they were both champions at the same weight class at the same time. So I don't see why it couldn't happen. But you know how shit go in boxing, man. It's all about what network you're with, what promoter you're with, and and that's how that shit go in boxing, man. But yeah, man, I would love to see Arthur Betterby versus Canelo Alvarez. As you guys all know, Arthur Betterby, I believe, is fighting Joe Smith Jr. next. So that's gonna be a good fight. And then you got Canelo Alvarez that's fighting Demetrius Bivol next. That's gonna be a good fight. I think a lot of people are sleeping on Demetrius Bivol. I think Bivol is definitely a good fighter. But I think that the style and the way that the way I just truly think that the way that Canelo Alvarez moves in and out of his feints and the way he moves and the way he can come forward, he can fight off the back foot, he can fight left to right. A lot of fighters, I know it sounds easy and I know it sounds like, damn, Corey, that's what boxing is. That's the fundamentals of boxing. A lot of guys can't do that under the pressure, under the lights. Not even under the lights, just in general. You might see a guy do some things in sparring, but he'll never try that shit in the ring because he'll get hit. And he'll leave himself open. So, and that's another thing too, you guys. When guys spar, when guys are in there sparring, you don't typically see guys in there sparring using all of the same moves in the real fight because you can't. Some of those moves that you use in sparring, you know, you might be able to take that hit with the headgear on and stuff like that and see that hit coming and take that hit, but you're not even trying to put yourself in a position to take that hit when you don't have the headgear on to give your shot off, if that makes sense. You guys all know that give one to take one type situation. Yeah, catch a shot, boom, or if it does graze your head, you're good. This same graze without headgear on might knock your motherfucking ass out. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, from 0 to 100, just like that. You don't play boxing. Boxing is not for playtime. You fuck around and get played playing boxing. You fuck around and get played playing boxing. Yeah. Hell yeah. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen time and time again, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Man, I've been going for 100 minutes straight, you guys. 100 minutes straight. I've been on live stream for over 100 minutes. That's crazy. Fava Bean says, even high guard, you can't get hurt bad. Toby says, Samuel Shaw, yeah, I get you, bro. Some people just don't want to move on in life. Yeah. Samuel Shaw says, at Toby, he says, I know stupid people like AB that would rather be like, he said, would rather be like doing hood shit or being in the streets than being professional and taking care of your family. Hey, like I like I've been told when I was younger, man, we all have a choice in life, man. We all have a choice when we get up. When we get up every morning, we got a choice, man. What the fuck are we gonna do? What are we gonna be? And AB has that choice, just like every other fighter. You know, those and it's just so crazy, y'all, that AB he gets away with a lot of shit because he can sell though. I'm just gonna keep it real about that, man. You know, he says I had concussions in sparring for 18 months, dizzy daily, not box since. Damn, five of beans. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Yeah, I used to spar as well, man, and with work so much and stuff like that, I wanted to be 100% dedicated because I didn't want to have those sparring, where guys hit me and like I feel like you feel. I'm southpaw, but it just one of those things, man. I got to go to work the next day. I don't mind putting that punishment on a motherfucker in a heartbeat, man, but I gotta go to work the next day. You know what I'm saying? And what you dish out, you might get put back on you. So, You know what I'm saying? You got to know that, man. Boxing is a very dangerous sport, man, and you can't really play boxing. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of fighters out here, it's like they don't have a lot of plan Bs. You know, I noticed that. You know, a lot of fighters, they have one. You know, they pretty much, rely on boxing, and when you do that and you spar so much like a lot of these fighters do, like Five Beans was saying, man, you can get, you can't play boxing. Your bell can get rung. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, man. These guys, you guys and Earl Spence. I mean, you could probably say, you got Earl Spence is the favorite, 60-40. But that's still good, 40%, man. You guys can do a lot with 40%, man. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see where I'm coming from now, you guys? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got 60% for Earl Spence. I understand that he's the favorite to win. I understand that. I'm not taking nothing from Earl Spence. I understand that. But that 40% could be that concussion that motherfucking Five Beans had for 18 months. Just one shot. I feel like that one shot in that Floyd Mayweather versus Marcos Madonna, when he knocked his tooth out, Floyd Mayweather said, man, fuck this shit, man. I ain't gonna keep doing this shit. And ain't fought another tough fighter since. And ain't no, and haven't fought a tough fighter since. Yes, he had. Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It ain't ruined you, bro. You still talking to me, and you know a lot. You know a lot that's going on right now. We're having a good conversation right now, so it definitely didn't ruin you, Fava Beans. It definitely didn't ruin you, because you wouldn't be having a intelligent conversation with me right now if it ruined you. I know motherfuckers right now that are punch drunk that can never have a conversation with us. You know what I'm saying? Strictly from boxing. You know what I'm saying? So don't say it ruined you. Definitely don't say it ruined you. But I just really think that, you can't, you gotta take, people that box and have regular jobs and that go for training and that go for sparring and might have one foot in, might have one foot out. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. It's dangerous to play that game. You know what I'm saying? I played that game for a little while. Just sparring and not really doing no amateur shit. Just sparring and going to the gym, working out and shit like that. And that's all fun and dandy until your bell get wrong. Until you know what I'm saying? Like Father Bean saying it was 18 months ago and he still feels like he's not right. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah, man. Boxing Monster says Cubans can't fight or box. All they do is make cigars. Yo, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Crypto Color says Fort Apache in the South Bronx. Anybody remember the trainer Big George? Okay. Father Bean says I was 36, had to leave my job. Damn. From that sparring session, Father Beans? From you fighting, you had to leave your job? Damn, man. Sorry to hear that, my brother. He said, yeah, sorry to hear that. Damn. He says, Father Bean says, only fools who never fought think boxing is fun. It's not. Nah. He says, Father Bean says, I used to spar at Joe Agan's gym, Mike Tyson main sparring partner. Yup, I was in a very bad way for over a year. Wow, man. How you feel now? You feel better now, bro? Do you feel better now? He says, yes, I was messed up. It was 12 years ago. Yeah, I'm 38. It was years ago. Okay, man. Yeah, man. Wow. Yeah, man. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Yeah, man. But you cannot play boxing, man. That's one thing you can't do, you guys. You can't play boxing, and that's just the way it is, man. Yeah, and Father Bean says he says he's perfect now. See, there you go, man. There you go. There you go. See, you good now. So yeah, man. What time? I gotta go, man. I gotta head to work, y'all. I was supposed to be to work at 7. Uh, I'm letting you guys know right now. I was supposed to be to work at 7 o'clock. Let's just say I went over my live stream a little while today. Oh man, I gotta go, man. I gotta go. I don't want to go, man, but I gotta go, man. But thank you guys, man, so much, man. I want to give a special shout out, man, to Samuel Shaw, UGC Flame, and yeah, man, all of you guys that donated, man, all of you guys that donated on the channel today, man, I really truly appreciate that, man. It goes a long way, and yeah, man. Shout out to the Boxing Monster too for donating as well, man. Um, but yeah, man, shout out to all you guys, man. I hope you guys are doing well. There's a couple fights this weekend. Let me see what fights are coming on this weekend. I'm gonna let you guys know right now what fights are this weekend. Hold on real quick. All right, so you got on Sky. Hold on. Okay, Friday, April 1st, you got Sandro Martin, 39-2 with 13 knockouts versus Jose Felix, 39-5 with 30 knockouts, 10 rounds for the vacant WBA International Junior Welterweight title. That fight is taking place on the Zone. That's on April 1st, you guys. Okay? On that same card, Samuel Carmona, 6-0, 4 by way of knockout versus Fadala Magia, which is 28-14-4 with 14 knockouts, 10 rounds in the super flyweights. This fast forward. This Saturday, April 2nd, you guys. Yamith Mercado, 18-3, 5 wins by way of knockout versus Zulani Manzo, 53-4 with 2 draws, 30 wins by way of knockout, 10 rounds for the WBC junior featherweight title. Okay, no doubt. You got Avila versus Flores. Avila is 22-3, 4 knockouts. So he's got over 25 fights, 26 fights, and he's got 4 knockouts. But they're at the bantamweight division versus Flores, which is 8-0-3. No, 8-0 and 1 draw with 3. With 3 knockouts. Yeah. Then you got Florian Marco, which is 10-0. I've seen him before with 1 draw, 6 big wins by way of knockout versus Chris Jenkins. 23-4 with 3 rounds. With 3 wins. These dudes got a lot of draws on here. I've been seeing a lot of draws lately. 8 of the wins by way of knockout, 10 rounds welterweights. Savannah Marshall, 11-0, 9 wins by way of knockout versus Famika Hermans, 12-3 with 5 wins by way of knockout, 10 rounds for the WBO middleweight title. Sky Sports. I believe that the GWOAT, she calls herself, is supposed to possibly fight the winner of this, man. So that could possibly go down. The women's fighting, man. I just hope women's fighting gets bigger. I salute them for putting in their time for the sport as well. And last but not least, Nathan Gorman, that's 18-1, 12 wins by way of knockout versus Scott Alexander, 16-4 with 2 draws, 8 wins by way of knockout, 10 rounds, heavyweight. I think this guy, Nathan Gorman, he fought Daniel Dubois, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Let me see if this is the same guy. Hold on, let me see. Nathan, yeah. Yeah, 25 years old from the UK. Yep, here he is right here. He's fighting this weekend. There ain't really no big fights this weekend. But there's a couple fights. He fought, Daniel Dubois. He lost with 5-round knockout. I got that fight right, y'all. I never forget that. Before I head out, man, because I'm ready to tell y'all a quick little story. I'll fuck around. And I put money on this one too. This was before the whole Keith Thurman, Manny Pacquiao betting, fiasco. I put money on the Daniel Dubois versus Nathan Gorman, I put that Daniel Dubois would knock Gorman out in the 5th round. Okay, I picked the 5th round. Okay, and I got paid off for that too, man. I didn't get paid off that much because I only put a little bit down in that 5th round. I put a little bit around. I think I put a little bit in the 4th, the 5th, and the 7th. For some reason, I just picked those 3 rounds, and I got paid off for that joint though for sure. He stopped him in the 5th round with like I think it was like 13 seconds to go in the 5th round. So I definitely got lucky on that joint, man, for sure. Um, but yeah, man, those are the fights this weekend, man. I gotta head out, you guys, man. Thank you guys so much for watching, man. I really appreciate you watching. Thank you guys all for the thank you guys so much, and thank you guys all for the donations and everything, man. Thank you guys so much. I salute you guys. And yeah, man, if you guys want to follow me, go check me out on Corey Lee Boxing on YouTube. Um and yeah, man, let me go look real quick before I go out. Matter of fact, I'll get it later, man. I'm gonna post all you guys' donations on my Instagram, man. But thank you guys so much for watching. I gotta go. I gotta head out. I'm running late, man. Peace out, you guys. Thank